What's going on, everybody? I want to talk to you guys tonight about something that's been on my mind for a while, and that is what they didn't teach you in school as a car guy. Because if you're a car guy, you didn't fit in, did you? Yeah, I know. I know you didn't. Because I didn't as well. I didn't fit in whenever I was growing up. Coming up through school, I knew that I was into cars and didn't understand why other people weren't. But there was nothing in the curriculum for me as a car guy, right? There was nothing that I could relate to. Well, guess what? Today, times have changed. You can be anything and do anything that you want to be today. And I think in the world of YouTube and social media and everything else, guys, you can do anything that you want to do, right? You can be that car guy and still be successful. See, here's the thing. For a lot of us that have been car guys our whole entire lives, there's been nothing out there for us, right? Short of a race car driver, like a NASCAR driver, or a Top Fuel driver, something like that. Where's there, or just an all-out mechanic, right? Just a general mechanic. I'm here to tell you guys that you can live your dream. You can do what you want to do in today's world, right? So I was born in 1978, and like I said, everything, the whole curriculum growing up in school, everything that I ever heard was geared toward people who were smarter than me, who were book smarter than me, right? Let's just be honest. Most of us car guys aren't so much book smart, right? But we got something up here that the rest of the people don't have, which is, I like to call walking around sense, right? You've always felt like, well, I can work on some shit and I can do some shit that other people probably can't do. Like, yeah, you might be book smart, but can you fix something? In case that the world as we know it is no longer, can you survive? And I like to think that car guys can do that. And that's what I want to talk about tonight. It may seem a little off topic. It may seem a little strange, but all of you car guys, whether it be Chevy, Ford, Dodge, Honda, I don't give a shit. If you're into turning wrenches and you're into working on stuff, I want to talk to you tonight. And here's why, like, here's where all this came from. I remember watching a show. I can't remember the name of it, but there was a show where people were put into a situation where it was the end of the world, right? And it took all types of people to make this work, right? So when the shit hits the fan, you got to have that guy that can turn that wrench and that can think outside the box. And that's what I love about the car community, because all of us can do that. Every single one of us can think outside the box, turn wrenches, get dirty, be hot, be sweaty, and not cry and whine about it and want to go inside and sit in the AC, right? That's what makes you guys different. That's what makes this channel different, is we're not scared of getting our freaking hands dirty. Tonight's going to be a little bit of church, if you guys can't tell. Late Night Live, yep, that's right. Knowing how to work on cars and hunting them a process, yes, absolutely. That's part of it, the silent one, is knowing how to do anything. It's not even cars, right? It's what I'm trying to get at tonight is you car guys, you mechanical minded guys, right? Or what is going to be needed if this shit ever actually hits the fan. You know how to make things work, right? And here's the thing. Buying the latest and greatest parts, that's cool if you got the money. But for a lot of us, we don't have the money, right? But can you make something happen? Do you have a welder? Can you envision another way of doing things? See, that's what's important in life to me. And that's where you guys stand out. That's where this channel stands out from some of the others, is the fact that we're willing to try some things. It doesn't have to be the prettiest. It just needs to work, right? And I need you guys to understand that as well. What it is that you have that was not appreciated whenever maybe you were in school is very important in life. It is. And I'm going to ask you guys to pass this knowledge along to your kids and anybody who's willing to learn as well. Don't just keep it all for yourself. What we have and the knowledge that we hold is extremely important. They won't teach you this in school. Guys, they're not going to tell you this. They're going to tell you need to go to college. You need to spend all this money and this and that and be in debt for the rest of your freaking life. But that's not necessarily the case for everybody. I want you to know that if you've ever been looked down on because you're a car guy and you're a gearhead or whatever the case may be, there's a whole village of people out here, right? There's a whole community of people that love you and respect you for what you are. Because it's important that we have people like you. Now, you can go out and you can be a mechanic and you can turn wrenches. You can make money doing that, sure. Or you can also do your 9 to 5 and still just have your hobby and your passion, right? Because here's the thing. Ultimately, having that skill set and that knowledge is just as important as going out and making a career out of it. It's just as important because for some of you, it's not meant to be, right? Oh, I just got a message, guys. I just got a message from Andrew Hanlon. Says that, yo, I've got $100 giveaway for you guys. So tonight we're going to do a $100 gift card giveaway for Hanlon Motorsports. Let me check this. Yep, $100 gift card. So that just popped up while I was talking. We will do that in just a second. So you guys stay tuned. If you're watching it right now, hang around, okay? I want to let you know that you're just as important as anybody else. It's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately. And I don't want, like, I grew up thinking that I was weird, that I was different than everybody else. I'm like, well, I don't understand why other people aren't into what I'm into. My parents were into it, and I felt kind of out of place. As I've gotten older, I realize now, due to social media and the internet and everything else, that there is a community of people out here that are still thriving, they're still learning, right? And I'm telling you guys, there may come a day where you're called upon to fix something, to do something greater than what you might ever have imagined for yourself. There are so many people now that think that actually turning manual wrenches is just not useful, but it is. Every one of you guys that can turn wrenches and that can think outside the box and work on things are just as important as the guy that goes to college and that makes the millions and millions of dollars. I don't want you to ever think that you're lesser of a person because you don't make, 150 to plus a year, right? We are equally as important, right? Car guys are still what kind of make everything work today. You look at, companies like Tesla, right? Tesla's awesome. I'm not going to lie. The things that they're doing. But they're taking a lot of the mechanical side of things out of the car world. But it's fine. Here's where I'm going with this. As cool as those cars are, and even if the world does go towards that, there's going to always be a need for that guy that can turn a wrench and that can work on an internal combustion engine. It's important that you feel special, that you feel like you have a purpose in this world. A lot of you guys feel like, well, you know what, I'm interested in these cars, but I don't feel like I have a certain skill set that can help. Well, guys, I'd like to remind you that today we have YouTube, right? Also known as YouTube University. You can learn anything that you want to learn now. I don't want to hear the excuses of I can't do. I don't know. What is that today? Let me explain something to you guys. A lot of stuff that we install and we do on these cars, I have to learn before I go out and actually execute. I have to learn what is it that I'm doing so that, like, I have to go, I'll literally watch videos of other people doing the stuff so that I can do it and then I can teach you guys. Now, I'm not ashamed of that by any means. I think it's what I should be doing, right? I should know what it is that I'm putting my hands on and how to teach you guys how to do it, because there may be a better way of doing it, or the way that I've been taught and the way that I've learned may be the only way that there is to do it. But a lot of times there's more than one way to skin a cat, and I want you guys to remember that. Mustang Guy 6501, I'm sure he's probably in the comments tonight. He's been a big inspiration for me in getting started with my 65 Mustang. He brought this car out to Ford Takeover a couple of years ago, and I just fell in love with the fact that he brought his 65 Mustang out and enjoyed it, right? Where a lot of people may say, well, this car is not finished. Well, I looked at it as, man, that is badass. So when I got back home, I started turning wrenches on my Gray Ghost, on my 65 Fastback. Started turning wrenches on this car. And I realized very quickly that the internet, that you guys actually like to see the process. And the funny thing is, I don't know if you guys know this or not. This is something that I realized actually a long time ago. People love an under construction car, right? Something that is being worked on. What happens is, if you think about it, a car that is, let me just turn this around real quick. So a car like this that has multiple panels, like different colors and things like that. When people see this car, they're able to envision it the way that they want to see it, right? Then, whenever you paint the car, a lot of times you lose some of the interest that you had with a car that's under construction. Now, that's very important that you guys understand what it is that I'm saying. What I'm trying to tell you is your vision for your car, perfect, painted, polished out, built motor, everything else. Yes, it's going to get attention. But it's also going to lose a certain audience that may have wanted the car green or red or blue. What I'm trying to tell you is enjoy the process of your car. If you're one of those people who worry about what other people think, and as a human being, you're going to think that, right? You're going to worry about what other people think about your car and this and that. You can say what you want to. You can be Billy Badass tonight on this live stream. But ultimately, yeah, it kind of sucks when people, down what it is that you're doing. So here's what I want you guys to know. When you're doing something like this, enjoy the process. Enjoy the fact that the car is not perfect. Embrace that. Don't be an elitist to where you feel like it has to be perfect, because it doesn't have to be. Some of my favorite cars that I've ever seen might be a Fox body that pull up to a gas pump or something like that, and this thing's got primer on it and it's been sanded here. It's got a different color bumper, whatever the case may be. I'm more apt to go up to that guy and talk to him about his car than the guy that has one just absolutely perfect. Because here's the reason why. My mind thinks like this. A car that's absolutely perfect, great paint, perfect wheels and all that, your car is pretty. You understand that, obviously, right? But to the guy that's built this car piece by piece, slowly, I feel like a lot of times it's best to go up and talk to one of those guys and remind them that, hey man, you're doing an awesome job. It's a process, right? And I understand it. And I appreciate what you're doing. Because see, what we as car people need to realize is we need the people. We need you guys going through the process of building these cars. We need you to do this. Everything can't be perfect like it is on Instagram and Facebook and everything else. Everybody can't have a $60,000 to $100,000 Fox body or car in general, whatever it may be. You can't have that, and that's perfectly fine. Never feel like you're lesser of a person than anybody else because your car is not where it needs to be. I need you guys to be happy with whatever it is that you have and that you've built or that you've just bought, whatever it is. I need you to enjoy it. And here's the thing. In today's world, wherever you are right now in life may change drastically for you within a year. As short of maybe even a few months could completely change for you. You have an opportunity now to start a YouTube channel or an Instagram page or whatever the case may be. You've got an opportunity to show the world what it is that you are passionate about and what you're good at. That's never been an option up until now. So I'm not all for everybody just starting a random YouTube channel just because you can, but if you have something to offer the community, then I recommend that you do that. Show the world what it is that you have to offer, because what I do want to fight against are the elitists. The elites of the world that It's got to be this or it's got to be that. You want to piss me off, be one of those guys. I want you to enjoy whatever it is that you have. Maybe you don't have the money to go out and buy the best of the best parts. I want you to be happy with whatever it is that you do have, right? I don't have the best of the best parts, but I enjoy my car for what it is. And I want to remind you guys, because I know there are a ton of you out there, that your piece of crap car that you walk out and you look at every day is still a cool car. It can be anything that you want it to be. And that goes for anything in life. Wherever you are right now in life can get better. And more than likely, it will get better. It will. You have to understand who you are as a person, what you need out of life, and I promise you it can all change for the better. But you got to have faith in yourself. You got to have faith in your build, whatever it is that you got going on. I need you to remain faithful within yourself. Yeah, so Quantum Leap, yeah, preach. So tonight, yeah, we're preaching. I'm trying to keep it a little PG tonight. I don't want to go all out. I don't want to be cussing and raising hell at you guys. I'm not going to promise you that a few curse words won't pop out. It's actually starting to rain right now, so I don't know how long this video will last, this live stream. But seriously, it's something that's been weighing heavy on my mind because I got an opportunity whenever we started this channel to talk to car guys, to enthusiasts. I got a chance to talk to you and have that opportunity to remind you of what's important in life. And I don't want to waste it. I don't want to waste it on just cars. I don't want to waste it on just buying parts, right? I want to remind you guys that your family is important, that your job is important. Papa T told me something years ago, and it remains true to this day. Take care of that job, and that job will take care of you, whatever that may be. Now think about it. Some of us, and not every one of us, can quit our jobs and go start a freaking YouTube channel and be successful at it. Hell, truth be known, guys, I can't do it either, right? You would be surprised to know what this channel generates a month. It's not as much as you might think. I can promise you that it's not enough for me to quit my job and do this full time. What this channel does is allow us to continue to buy parts for these cars and put videos out for you guys to see. But what I don't want to get lost in the grand scheme of things is what it is that this channel is about. This channel is not about buying parts for a freaking Fox body. I hope to God that you all know that there's a deeper meaning and core value of this channel. There's something bigger going on here. I want you to see that. I fight against the guys that always say that you've got to do this and you've got to do that. I call bullshit. And I will call you out every single time that you try to tell my people watching, that there's only one way to do something. And that's to spin this or spin that or do this or do that. Bullshit. Guys, I don't care if you got $20 in your Fox body or $200,000 in it. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if you got a Chevelle, a Camaro, a Corvette. It does not matter to me. Enjoy life. See, the problem with Facebook and social media today is it makes you feel inferior. It makes you feel like sometimes you don't have what it takes enough, right? But you actually do. See, the passion that we feel for these cars is just an outlet for us. It's just another way of us expressing ourselves. We're special. We're different. Some people are super passionate about golf, football, tennis, whatever it may be. They may be the same way about church or their family, right? But it doesn't mean that it's all one-sided. It doesn't mean that just because you feel the way that you do about cars, that it makes you weird. It's okay to feel that way because you can apply the passion that you feel for these cars and for whatever else you do. You can apply that to your life, to your family. I have to do it as well. I love these cars. I'm super passionate about them. I'm committed to them. But I have to remind myself that I have a family. Here's the thing. Ever since my girls were real little, I've had them involved in everything that we've done on this channel, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. But I have to remind myself that every once in a while, I've got to stop. I've got to go inside. I've got to be daddy, right? I got to be whatever my girls and whatever my wife needs me to be. I have to be that. And here's what I guess I'm trying to say. Here's the bigger picture of what it is that I'm trying to tell you guys. A true car person is wired differently than most people. We are frowned upon. We are the one that's in the neighborhood that people are like, oh my God, this guy's got this loud ass car and this and that, right? We're typically looked at differently. But the passion that we have can be applied to many things that we do in life. You have to recognize what it is that motivates you, right? And use that to apply it to other things in your life. You have to. Now, this is something where you can lose who you are as a person very, very easily. If you're not aware of what drives you and what motivates you, then you're kind of against the 8 ball here. You really need to understand who you are as a person. I, as a person, am somebody who loves cars, not just Fox bodies, just so you guys know. But I love cars. I love things that fire me up. I love a two-tone Fox body, right? I love one. If I see one somewhere, it lights up, like it brightens my whole day, right? I'm just thinking, oh my God, that is so cool. Or old Chevelle or old Camaro. Any of these cars like this, right? I absolutely love. And I have to think to myself, how can I apply something like that to my family? And what I have to do is I have to stop. I have to say, okay, I love these cars. I'm going to work on them. I'm going to do my thing. But I also have to stop what I'm doing and go inside and spend time with my family. Take them on vacations, do things, go camping. That's what we do, right? Especially as a dad. Because as we know, being an adult male, especially if you're into cars and things like that, your toys just get more expensive as you get older. But we can't forget that what we have in our family and our friends is equally as important. And this is where I think a lot of times we have issues being a car person to remember what else is important in life. Now, it's very valuable that you understand it because you can apply the same technique that fires you up to anything else in your life, to your family, to your job, or whatever it may be. And I have to do that as well. Sometimes I have to put the cars aside for a second. And I have to say, you know what? This has been a really cool ride. And by the way, I appreciate all of you guys that have followed me on YouTube for 5+ years now. You guys have supported me. We're not the biggest, we're not the baddest, we're not the best, but we're unique. And I support you guys. But knowing that, I also know that I have an obligation to my family, and I go in and I do things with them. And sometimes, here's the thing. For me, it's really hard because I feel like I need to be out doing something. I feel like I need to be out videoing for you guys to show you that I am who I say I am. I have to remind myself that I am who I say I am, and you guys know this. I have proven it enough. I don't have to get out here every single day and show you something new with a Fox body. I don't have to do that. Part of what makes me me is being a good dad, being a good husband, being a good worker at my job. That is also equally as important. Riding around on the strip or up and down whatever road it is that you guys may ride up and down, or in your hometown being king ding-a-ling, as I like to say, is not as important as you might think. Now, there's a total package to all of this. If you can manage to do all of this, be a great car guy, be a great dad, be a great worker, and all of this stuff, sure, do it. Be the best that you can be. We are wired differently, though. We truly are. And that's, I guess, what I want to speak to you guys about tonight, mostly, is they're not going to teach you this type of stuff in school. They're going to tell you that you need to go to college and you need to, get a good job in computers or whatever the case may be. Guys, there's a whole world out there waiting for you. You can still make good money. You don't have to make all the money. You can be a car guy and you can be a freaking dad. Or you can be a mom. Because there's a lot of you out there right now that are women that are watching this, and you can be a great mom too as well. We can do all of this shit. We can do every bit of it. We can manage it. Put the weight of the world on our shoulders and we can handle business. If it all comes down to nothing, if all of this goes away, I expect you guys to pull the brunt of the load, to get shit running, right? What was the damn... Oh, I remember. So the show that I was talking about was called The Colony. And it was where they put people in a situation to where it was end of the world type, catastrophic event situation. And they basically had to create a new community, a new network of individuals that all worked together and made this happen. And it was funny because you had doctors, you had lawyers, you had mechanics. And the one person that always stood out to me was going to be the doctor, because you have to have those, and the guy that can make anything happen out of anything. Now that's important, not because of end of times scenario, nothing like that. But it's important because those type people are the critical thinkers that can make anything happen out of anything. So you car guys, let me ask you a question. Is there much in your household that you can't figure out? You may not be a carpenter, but I bet you can cut some wood. I bet you can fix something if you need to. I bet you can sit down and break down the facts of life with your daughter or your son if you need to, because you're a critical thinker, and that's what I like. You're a realist. You're not by the book. You just understand what works. And I want you guys to continue to be who you are, okay, as a person. I want you to continue to be that. Love your cars, do everything that you do, but I expect a lot out of you guys because I was one of those people. And I didn't think there was a damn thing else out there for me in the world. I wasn't smart in school, guys. I wasn't smart. But I knew I was different, and I knew I wanted to talk to people and teach people shit. See, here's the thing. As ridiculous as it may sound to be working on cars and to be having a YouTube channel on all of this stuff, you think, well, what does that really matter in the grand scheme of things? Oh, it matters, because there's a group of people out there that have felt like that they were not worthy of the world, right? Because where was there ever a place for you? Who ever gave a shit about you guys that were super passionate about this? There wasn't. So it's important that I let you guys know that there's more to you than meets the eye. I think that was that Transformers? But seriously though, there's more to you guys. And I expect a lot out of you. I expect you to be good dads and good moms and good friends, right? Because we're not the type people who just expect everything out of the world. We're the type people that make shit happen. So if there's something that you want to do in life, then get your ass out there and you make that happen. I don't want to hear your excuses. I don't want to hear, oh, woe is me. I'm not smart enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. I don't want to hear those excuses, guys, because I had every excuse before all of this, like with the YouTube thing. So I'm here to tell you now that it's like anything that you want to learn today is out there for you to learn. If you want to be more knowledgeable on something, then you have the capability of learning it. And how do I know that? Well, because you're a car guy. I don't know if you know this or not, but engines and cars are some of the most complex things on this earth to learn. There's a lot of guys that just absolutely refuse to learn it and will continue to pay people to work on their stuff. And that's fine. If you guys have the budget and you have the money, do that. But I expect you to do more. I expect you to be hands-on. I expect you to teach your kids and anybody else that may need help. I expect you to help them and be a damn good person. See, these are the things that we weren't taught in school. If you were one of these guys that truly understand where I'm coming from, you felt like you were left behind. You felt like nobody was talking to you. Well, I'm here to talk to you right now, and I'm here to tell you that you are important. The skill sets that you have are extremely important in life and can help a lot of people. Maybe you're the guy that gets called at 12 o'clock at night because somebody's broke down. It's upsetting at times, I know. But also, be proud of being that person that people have to call on to get shit fixed. But I will ask you this. Don't let people in your life be lazy. Don't let them slip. Don't let them not know. Your job is to teach them and to motivate them and to get them to do something else different. See, people can be taught to do a lot of different things in life that they never thought that they were capable of doing. And that's your job. That's what I expect out of you guys. I want you to help people. People that say, oh, I can't. No, bullshit. You tell them that they can. You motivate them. You kick them in the ass if you need to. And you make them go out and do something that they think that they thought that they never could do. I need you to do that. I need you to be that person. That's who I try to be as a person, which is really, I guess, kind of what we do with this channel. I want to remind you guys that a lot of the stuff that we do, I never knew how to do. I taught myself how. I watched YouTube or I asked questions. Joe Nate, buddy of mine, Jonathan Evans, is extremely knowledgeable on this stuff. And I had to go to him and I'm like, you know, man, I don't really know how to do this, but I feel so passionate about it. I want to learn it, but I want to learn it in a way to where I can teach it to other people. And I want to remind people that you can do this shit. So often everybody wants to keep all the success to themselves. I don't believe in that. I don't think you should be that way. I think you should share all of your success with somebody else. That's what I think. I think if you're great at what you do, then share that knowledge. Don't take it to the grave with you, because I don't know if you guys know or not, but tomorrow is not guaranteed. There very well may be one of you guys that are watching this right now, including myself, that may not wake up to see tomorrow. So what did you share with people? What was your angle? How did you help anybody? Some of you are selfish, and some of you need to do better. I'm challenging you now to be better and to help people. All right. Justin, yes, I appreciate it. Thank you for the $5. People do need to hear this. Absolutely, man. Somebody else gave earlier. Let's see what we've got here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just on it tonight. We do need to do a $100 Hanlon Motorsports giveaway. I'm trying to see. Somebody gave $20. I do appreciate you. I don't see who it was. Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, there it is. Greg. Thank you so much, Greg, for doing that. I really do appreciate it. All right. So we have a $100. Oop, nope, we don't want to end that. So we have a $100 gift card to Hanlon Motorsports. I want to go ahead and do that now. So $100. If you guys aren't familiar with Hanlon Motorsports, go check them out. So here's the deal with any sponsor that we have. Any sponsor that we take on with this channel is typically somebody that I know personally. And I really like what it is that they do. Now, Andrew Hanlon at Hanlon Motorsports is one of my close friends. I love him to death. We talk on the phone all the time. I see him at Ford Takeover and we have beers and it's just great, right? These are good people. Everybody that we have on this channel as a sponsor is a good person. I get sponsor opportunities from time to time and I don't accept them because I don't feel like you guys really, it's not genuine, right? There was one sponsor that I did way back when I first started the channel that I wish I hadn't. But outside of that, everybody has been very genuine. So, you know, we got LMR, we got Hanlon, we got Anderson, we got Stiflers, we got Lincoln Electric. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Silver Sport. So here's what I want. I'll tell you what, because my phone's about to die, we'll just do this quickly. Let's just do hashtag Hanlon. Hashtag Hanlon. You guys go ahead and hit it up right now, and we'll give you a $100 gift card that you can use at Hanlon Motorsports. So if you guys don't know about them, they sell transmissions, transmission parts, shifters, knobs, all sorts of stuff. They have hydraulic clutch setups. So this $100 gift card can be used towards something else that you want to buy as well. So first off, thank you so much, Andrew, for doing that. So let's do hashtag Hanlon, okay? Why is it saying half of these things are held for review? So half of you guys' comments are being said that it's being held for review. Late Night Live, yeah, that's right. Fox Body. Getting all kind of pop-ups here. Sorry. So I don't know what's going on here. I'm gonna go ahead and let Miss Brutal, if she is paying attention, I'm going to let her go ahead and pick a winner tonight. I really do appreciate you guys for being here. Sometimes we have to have conversations like this. Now, this conversation and what I'm trying to say to you may feel like that it's not that important. I need you to go back. I really want you guys to listen to this again because it's extremely important. To be successful in life is not always cut and dry. It's not always what you were taught in school or what somebody thinks you need to do or sometimes even who you think you need to be. Success can come in many different ways. I feel like I'm successful in life. I don't make a lot of money. I don't have a lot of stuff. I just feel like I'm successful because I've had a voice to be able to talk to people. My kids have been able to watch this channel grow and see their daddy be passionate about something. And that, to me, is extremely important. So, if I were to not be here tomorrow on this earth, the question comes up of, would I be happy with who I am as a person? And although I'm not perfect and there's a lot of things that I wish I could change, I do feel like I would be happy with what I've taught them and what I've helped teach you guys. That's it. That's all you can ask for in life. All right, here we go. And, the winner is Jay Ingram. Ingram. I want to say Ingram, but I don't think. Maybe it is Ingram. So, Jay Ingram, you are the winner. So, congratulations, man. What I'm going to need you to do is email me or Andrew, but I prefer you email me at brutalvlogs@gmail.com. So, Jay, brutalvlogs at gmail.com. I was going to say at email. At gmail.com. And then I'll go ahead and send that over to Andrew. Guys, shout out to Hanlon Motorsports. Seriously. I mean, he's been awesome at hooking you guys up with stuff. He doesn't have to do this. We have not talked. This is what makes a good sponsor a good sponsor. Do you guys see this now? Yes, we have to hype things up sometimes when it comes to videos and titles and things like that. Hell, we got to get the views, right? If we want to keep this channel going, that's what it takes. But the reality of it is we have some of the best sponsors on this earth. We talk on the phone, we text, we do all this stuff, and it's awesome. You guys are reaping the rewards from all of this, and I absolutely love it. He doesn't have to do this. I didn't know he was going to do it. Same thing with LMR and everybody else. So shout out to all of our sponsors. Guys, show them some love. If you need some transmission stuff, go over to Hanlon Motorsports. Check them out. Just see what they got. They may have something that you've been looking for. With that being said, guys, tonight was a little bit of church. This was Sunday school, I guess. We kept it a little clean. I guess to sum it all up, to wrap it all up, I want you guys to know that if you're feeling down and out and you feel like maybe there's more to you than meets the eye, I do believe that there is. There again, I think it's a Transformers reference, but hey, most of you guys can appreciate that. But seriously, I think there is more to you, right? Dig deep, guys. It may not be YouTube. It may not be, and that's fine. You may not ever be recognized by hundreds of thousands of people. That's fine. You don't have to be. What I do want you guys to do, though, is to be a good person for your family, right? Because we all have some sort of family. And if you don't, you've got friends. Or you've got somebody that you walk across on the street, right? You pass by on the street. I want you to touch somebody. I want you to help people. And I want you to realize that you are a badass. A lot of times we're just not given the opportunity to shine. But in today's world, you can make your own way. If you're creative enough, if you've got the drive and you've got the passion, you can find a way. I believe in each and every one of you, and I mean that. I really do. Damn it, if I can do it. A little boy from Southwest Georgia that grew up in the woods, in the freaking woods. You guys have seen the videos. You know where I grew up at. If we can make it and get to this level to where we can talk to you guys, then I'll be damned. You guys can do any damn thing that you want to. You just got to get it. You got to believe in yourself. I'm going to wrap this video up. And as always,